Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the most recent Dogecoin pump, providing my thoughts and my market analysis on Dogecoin with respect to both the Bitcoin and the USD pair. So if you guys enjoy the content, please do consider leaving a like and subscribing. Also consider checking out our sponsors and partners over at ftx.us. You can sign up with the link in the description below and get a 5% discount on exchange fees. It's a great exchange. I do highly recommend them. All right, so let's dive into Dogecoin here. I'm starting off on the Bitcoin pair because I think it has a very clear and defined trend where essentially we're just coming up into this level that may potentially mark yet another lower high. So if we go all the way back here to May of 2021 when we had this massive euphoria peak, you can see every single high, every single pump as of late has just been yet another lower high and some sort of continuation of the longer term downtrend. And notice that some of these moves are very abrupt where, you get these pumps taking it up, say 30, 40, or even 50% in just a few days, but all of them are tending to be short-lived and are kind of, coming back down to form those lower lows where, again, you might see Doge pump, say 50% in a few days, or, what we're doing today, 31% in just 2 days, but consider that we are still forming this longer term downtrend where if I zoom out, again, we're still well defined in a downtrend. This is not something to get excited about for me personally because, when I think about Dogecoin, I really start to think about all of these incredible vertical rallies where, you've seen time and time again, you get these pretty massive pumps taking it from, sort of the extreme lows to the extreme highs. And, if you're starting to reminisce of these days where you can get Dogecoin just pumping vertically, I would point to the fact that all of these pumps happen to be well defined in bull markets. Okay, so again, this pump here in February, March, and April of 2017, consider that this was in a bull market. This was when Bitcoin was rallying. It was in that parabolic phase. And then consider that later on in 2017, this is where that rally got even more extreme. Bitcoin almost hitting that $20,000 mark. Again, in December, all the altcoins peaking back in January. All of these big, massive pumps do tend to come in a pretty extreme and raging bull market. And, when I look at this phase here, I start to look at, say, the prior bear markets of 2018, 2019, where, you do get these pumps in the short term where, again, that excitement does tend to return. You do get a little bit more interest in sort of the meme coins, but consider that it's well defined in a downtrend. We're still in a bear market, and I wouldn't really consider any of these pumps a realistic possibility just given the environment we're in. Again, if Bitcoin is starting to reclaim $40,000, trend back up, maybe it makes new all-time highs, then you could start to get excited about potentially a big vertical rally. But, to me, when I look at this, I just see a big downtrend. I see lower highs, and I see potential resistance where we're at right here. Now, that's not to say it has to continue the downtrend. Obviously, we're coming up right into support around 270 Satoshis. And if I zoom out all the way, again, this was a very key level resistance back here in 2014. Big rejection right here. We also had a brief rejection in February of 2021, where following this retest, we did indeed retrace about 60%. So it is important to see that we are at support, but I wouldn't consider any of these major and massive rallies a likely scenario given the environment we're in, given the fact that retail is not really interested in crypto right now because the broader market is still in a downtrend, still in a bear market. All right, so now I'm going to switch over to the DogeUSD pair, which I think tells a pretty similar story where, we did retest support. That is a positive sign to see that basically holding. You can see this level around 5 cents was the area of consolidation we held back earlier on in 2021. So it is good to see that we're holding support. But again, we're coming up right into resistance on both the horizontal resistance level around 10 cents as well as the 200-day simple moving average. So the 200-day simple moving average, you can see, was historically support back in June as well as July of 2021. But what we did was we fell below it, came back up, and then rejected off of it. So we flipped it from support in July as well as June of 2021 into resistance in November, and then that's more or less where the highs have been since this downtrend. Okay, so I look at this level as pretty big resistance overall, and I don't think that this is anything to get excited over. I really don't see a scenario in which we get a vertical rally from here given the environment, given that we're well defined in a bear market. We're coming up into resistance, and the retail investors that cause these massive pumps are just not interested at this moment. Bitcoin has seen a 70% decline, Ethereum down over 80%. This is not the environment where you see the Dogecoin rallies. All of these lower highs historically have been short-lived and have led to lower lows, or at the very least a brief period of consolidation, considering that you don't expect those massive pumps in this environment. So I hope you guys did enjoy the content in the analysis. Once again, check out our sponsors over in the link in the description below, ftx.us, and I will see you in the next one.